I have a riddle for you. What is the only kind of rice that Chinese don't eat? And I'd like to answer that riddle with a story. My wife and I lived in Malaysia for 11 years. We had a regular taxi driver that we would call to take me to the airport. And one day he forgot, and I was desperate, and he said, "Oh, that's all right. I'll call a friend, and he'll come and pick you up." So his friend Rajan came, took me to the airport, and I asked him along the way, "Well, how does this work?" And he said, "Oh, we're part of a team of 50 taxi drivers. Um, and we each have our own loyal customers, but um, we're connected by radio so that if somebody can't come, then we can call someone else who's nearby and we help, and they take care of the need. So it helps us as taxi drivers because we're able to make more money, but it also helps the customer because we're able to serve them well." And I thought, well, this is really interesting, the way that these guys work together. So when we got to the airport and Rajan dropped me off, I said, "Rajan, could I please have your card?" And I expected him to really be pleased because taxi drivers love to give you their card so you can call. But he looked troubled. And I said, what's wrong? And he says, "Oh," he said, "I would not want to pinch anyone else's customer. I really don't want to give you my card." And I said, "Oh, please, I'll call my regular driver, but it'd be nice to have you as a backup." And so he reluctantly agreed. And then several weeks later, I was on my way to the airport again with another taxi driver, and I told him how impressed I was with the way they worked. And he said, "Well, yeah, that's just the way we do it." He said, "There's a few rogues that will try to get someone else's customer, but," he said, "that's someone else's rice bowl. We don't eat out of another person's rice bowl." And so I'd like to leave uh, with another riddle. Why is it that taxi drivers in Malaysia have a more biblical approach to working together than many of us who are seeking to fulfill God's mission in His kingdom?